Hey everybody, it's Friday Morning Movie Reviews. I'm Louis Angel.
I'm Nathan CK.
We're here to talk about The Front Runner. This is Jason Reitman's second movie of the year. Stars Hugh Jackman, Vera Farmiga, J.K. Simmons, and it's about Gary Hart, who was campaigning to be president in '88, right?
Yeah.
And about the scandal that brought him down. Bill Burr's also in this movie. A bunch of people, huge cast. What do we think?
Well, it starts off a couple years before, right? It shows like his Senate race or whatever, what he's
It
doing.
was a failed to be nominated.
Right.
Yeah.
And so then he comes back and starts running in '88, right?
Yes.
And you know, it's like the downfall of his campaign, and you know, like just whatever he did before then showed up to be really bad for him and his profile and ultimately his family and what that did, and what that could have done to, you know, change like 4 years of history, which
This man could have been the president.
he could have been the president, right?
Yeah, he was really big on energy, clean energy, and
Right.
affairs. Now,
You know, we've seen this before, but it's not
but
like
this was like the first major one.
right. It's like first like true story, first like president, you know,
Imagine a president being brought down by an affair.
president elect or whatever.
Yeah.
But like we've seen it in kind of like American Hustle, you know, we've seen that style. I mean, the style has
We did kind of see that in
right,
America.
didn't
Yeah.
we? I mean, with
So just
Scandal and you know other characters and this and that.
What do you think of Hugh Jackman as Gary Hart?
I thought he was good. I mean, I think it wasn't his best. You know, I think he definitely had, you know, a script and lines to go off where he was like, okay, well, I mean,
I think he did.
I mean, it's history, right?
Yeah.
So there's no embellishment that you can really do on it. Like, you can't, like, you know, you have to be true to character because it is something that happened. So I felt like maybe he felt like a little, like,
handcuffed.
handcuffed.
I think
you know?
he was doing what Jason Reitman wanted him to do, but
Right.
it felt really one note to me, man.
Yeah, it
it
did,
felt
yeah.
really.
Yeah.
He kept playing the
It's
same emotions.
long.
He gets asked the same question 50 times in this movie,
Yeah.
and you see the same reaction over and over again. And there's a couple times when he gets to be a little more carefree and a little more fun, and you see him politician side. But when he's not performing like on stage and he's just being Gary Hart, it's just the same attitude and the same
Right.
emotions over and over again. And I thought this movie was just so scattered, right? Where
It was, yeah.
it's like every 15 minutes we're jumping from plot A to plot B. Now we're going to plot C. Now we're following these journalists. Now the other woman,
right.
and now we're following the woman who's taking care of the other woman. Now we're gonna go see what these journalists are up to. And
Yep.
I see why he wanted to do that, because he wanted to tell the huge scope of this. But I didn't think it worked.
Yeah.
And J.K. Simmons really good in the movie, but
Yeah, he is. His character was limited too, you know.
Vera Farmiga, she's wasted.
Yeah, she was the wife.
She's really good, and she was just kind of thrown to the side.
Yeah,
Someone has to be the wife character, and
Right.
Bill Burr was funny for what little he had to do.
Mhm.
But overall, I thought you had so many good ingredients, but you just, instead of making one really good meal,
You added
you-
too much stuff, and then
you
it
just- you
tastes-
kinda-
tastes
instead of making
bland. It's
one-
all over the place, you know.
instead of making one good turkey for Thanksgiving, you made a turkey sandwich over here, you made something else over there, you split them all up, and it didn't work for me. I wouldn't call this a good
And then you
movie.
tried to put gravy on everything. They call it sweet.
Sure.
One thing I did like is when we were at the Washington Post, right? Thanks for the Post to come out. The Post.
Yeah, I was watching all
Shout
the
out
presidents.
to you, man.
I was watching all the President's Men yesterday. So that was a lot of.
Because then I was like, oh, there's
Again, a lot of Ben
Tom
Bradley.
Hanks. There's
Yeah.
Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks.
Didn't remember your name, but thank
Yeah. Yeah, overall, it didn't work for me. I thought it was way too scattered. It didn't really confine itself to what I thought it could have worked as. And so this is the second movie he directed, came out this year. Tully, he did with Charlize Theron. Infinitely better movie that she could get nominated for a statue for that movie. That movie's way better, and it felt like that movie should have come out in November, and this movie just never released it. Yeah, so
yeah, I mean, it's like these stories that come out like maybe it had some value, but like I mean, I didn't really need to see this. Like, you know,
This could have been a really good movie, but it just,
Right.
And the way he shot it, it kind of reminded me of Adam McKay in The Big Short, how he would do like the zoom in, like documentary kind of style. Yeah, but overall, I forgot a lot of the plot. It just didn't stick with me. I'm gonna go 2.7 out of 5.
2.7. I'm gonna go
The Front Runner.
2.5.
Damn.
Yeah. I mean,
Damn.
50.
50. Yeah.
50%. All right, guys. Like, I was subscribed.